This is Vanessa de la Cuetra with Inside Pools, What's in the Case. With me is Dr. Q with quite an impressive array of things.
Well, it is impressive. I get kind of boggled in all of it, but there's enough out here for about 1,000 shots.
At least. Well, let's try to go through these things, and can you tell us a little bit about each one?
I can go rather quickly on. Okay, what we have here in the middle are the main cues. All right, we have two cues I use for normal playing with. Now, norming playing for me is not normal, but these are for normal games like 8-ball, 9-ball, some trick shots. There's two masterpieces here from McDermott. They're nice cues, and each cue is designed as both a primary and a backup cue. We have a couple cues here that are used in a railroad shot, like in the train shot, where you're doing special shots with short cue sticks, where the ball goes up around and you blow the whistle when it comes around the curve. We have a masse cue, the special cue made for me, which has a 9-ounce weight pin in the back of it with a special rubberized grip to it, so I can make massages, you know, where you elevate your cue, and the ones where people usually go through the table, and I try to keep it out of the table. We have three types of jump sticks. This is a Purple Heart cue for less deflection, under the shoulder jumping stick. This is an over the shoulder jumping stick for dart throwing action, and this is a Dr. Popper, a brand new cue, a Dr. Popper cue. You can kind of see the logo there. That cue is just designed by my good friend Mark Dimmick, Dr. Popper, and it's a very special cue for jumping a 1/4 inch or less over balls close, like for ESPN shots and stuff. We have to use that. Then the next two cues are the most popular cues of the show for the last 20 years. This cue is the power cue, and I'm just going to tilt it a little bit. The power cue is you can't get it anymore, but it has built in the pinion for with the little blue guys. It has a mouse button down the back end here. It has two DC batteries in the back end, which are NiCad premium lead-free rechargeable rechargeable batteries. We have 20 speed settings on the megahertz chart: low, medium, high density, master blaster, double-sided, hypotenuse pine jacket with a CD-ROM and a built-in overdrive Hemi, and that makes a lot of that cue shoots automatically. So if a person's got a bad stroke, you just squeeze the trigger, cock the cue, and boom, you got the shot made. And then this next one is for those that want to erase their shots. It's a pencil stick. People start out with a number 2 lead pencil, and over on this other side, we'll show you in a second, there's a small pencil. This is when you get older, you use this pencil stick with a real eraser on the end of it, and a real eraser, of course, is to erase your shots if you do miss. And this little mini cue is we use for New Zealand pool balls. We have another thing on the other side of the table we'll show you in a second, which deals with the little bitty shots. And then the big long one is the stealth cue, the Mamba cue. It's special weight, and it's big, and I refer to it as using for Texas shots, the big Texas pool balls. So that's a very special cue. Then as you come around this end of the table.
Yes.
Okay, we have a lot of little props, because when I do a show, I do about an 1.5-hour show usually. We use most of these things. We have on that side, we have 2 bags my wife made for me out of billiard cloth to carry the stuff in. We have a bag, or a bag here for a ball goes in and out of a Dr. Q official bag. It actually has air on the inside of it, which helps the shot. If it doesn't have air, we just take it up and we flip it, and it has air inside of it. And this is the little pencil we use from the big Q. We go up to the bigger one later. So there's a number 2 lead pencil. We have things for joint protectors. This is our whistle for the railroad shot. You got to have one of those.
Absolutely.
So when you blow the whistle, you got your shots. This is to maintain the tip. We have an eraser, realize a razor blade eraser. We have a scuffer. We have a shaper. We have a porcupine tip tapper, or not a porcupine tip, but a tip tapper. And we have also a Lubutera scuffer. And then the M&M's things here. It's not a paid thing by M&M, but what this is for teaching banks. It teaches bank shots. So a person can learn M&M systems, and I've of course been teaching for 30-some years. This is a mathematical system. These coin wrappers are for props in the air, different special things. Robert Burns made these pretty official years ago. We have a bridge head if we need that. This little case is for the 2 little mini balls over here in the corner. We call them New Zealand balls. These are the Texas balls, real big balls. We use, these are 2 balls stuck together. I have to pick it up so you can kind of see they're stuck together. So if you're on a rail top like this, it would actually sit up on top of the rail. And you can actually make 2 balls together that way. And then over here you have the 8-ball. We have also a regular cue ball, which is a golf ball, small white, but this happens to be an 8-ball this way. We have, these are aim trainer devices for learning how to aim when we teach. Bowling pin, bowling and bears used to be together years ago. And this is really the most important. When my wife Marty missed cue, she says she winds me up and I spin like a top. This is Dr. Q spinning, when you spin the cue ball. And it's on top of a balance ball, which we use for our trick shots. Because now we're going 3-dimensional and pull up in the air.
Right.
So anyway, this is just a hodgepodge of things. And of course, you've seen the ESPN Trick Shot Magic 7-rail shot, or 9-rail shot to the dollar bill. This is 3 sizes. If you start with this one, Yeah, this one, if it doesn't big enough, you go to, and then you make it real big, and then you can always land on the bill when you get done. So anyway, this is kind of a neat group of items, and of course it all goes in this case along with another big case I have, which you've seen before. But it's just been a joy to have this stuff, and every time somebody gives me something new, I try to incorporate it in a show. Did I say that fast enough?
I was going to say, have you breathed that? Breathe,
No,
please.
what I tell people is if I talk too fast, you can just listen quicker. So.
Well, actually, during your shows, you actually pack a lot into an hour and a half, so you've learned to pretty much like an auctioneer almost.
Well, I really, one time I wanted to learn an auctioneering voice so I could incorporate it into it. But yes, it's a really rapid paced thing to more appeal to the emotion of the game, and that's really where I've learned over the years. I've been doing this for 21 years, and I've actually been a professional entertainer for 30 years. So I came back into the billiard industry to bring what's in the case into the home of the pool player and to the billiard world. And it's actually taken off as what's called table trottering. Like globe trotting in basketball, this is called table trottering. So it's a new experience.
So any new tricks up the sleeve? Any new props that might be introduced?
Well, I've always got new ones. I have a gigantic aramouth ball you've seen maybe on ESPN. It's like a big one, and that's like the red dot 3 dotter. I have it. But yeah, we have all of those things available. And I'm always creating, like I'll walk through like a Family Dollar store or a Kmart or a Walmart, and I'll just walk through and see what can we use that in a trick shot maybe. So we have to be creative because every year we have like 200 new shots to do. And we have to create these shots, so it's just like being an artist. We're artists in our profession.
What if I'm someone at home and I created one that maybe I don't have the skill to execute, but I know that you can? Have you ever been contacted by people?
Oh, I've been contacted by a lot of people. I'm actually working on a concept here of, where we get into where you'll have the chance one day maybe to audition for doing that, and maybe you'll be the last pool player standing. So that would be kind of a neat idea, and something that, you know, when you've got that shot and you want to give it to me, maybe you could show it to people and you could become the champion in the game. So we'd like to give it back. Let you follow your dream.
Absolutely.
That's all part of it. I'm here to really help people to give them a ray of light in the game, a part of the game they've never seen before, where they play the regular game, but now this is an opportunity to take a discipline of the game and make it where the heart comes out in a different way. Actually, you can learn to get paid for missing balls. That's what I've been doing for years now.
Well, congratulations on this innovation and this new style and new ideas that you're bringing.
Well, it is a new style, and it has to do with really the principle of racking up a victory in your game and life. Without that, you know, you have to find a joy, and sometimes it's hard to find it. I used to be real serious, and now I took a fun side, and people's hearts are turning, and mine has definitely turned, and I appreciate this opportunity with you.
Well, thank you for speaking with us, and thank you for explaining this.
It's quite all right. Thank you for being part of this venture. I appreciate that. Thank you.
This is Vanessa de la Cuetra with Dr. Q for Inside Pool Mag's What's in the Case. Check out more great videos at InsidePoolMag.com.